Well, welcome back. We are so blessed to have our next guest join us once a month. She's been giving us some great information, very insightful on how to take care of our aging loved ones. And Carolyn A. Brent is joining us this morning, author and advocate of people who need to help take care of their loved ones. Good morning, friend.
Good morning, Carol, and good morning, Ronnie.
Good
It's a
morning.
pleasure to see you again.
Well, we have been going through your book, and we're doing something from chapter 10. No, actually from chapter 8, which is a very important topic for a lot of us when we're taking care of our aging loved ones, whether it's our parents or grandparents. And the key word, I think, in this chapter is communication. Would you agree?
Yes. Yes, it's definitely communication because oftentimes adult siblings, they call me up and they say, Carolyn, my parents are resistant. They don't want my help. What can I do to make a difference in my parents' life? And the first thing I ask, are you your parents' friend? Do you guys get along? What kind of relationship do you have with your parents? And it all starts with where communication begins, frustration ends. So I share with folks, you gotta at least like your parents because there's people out there that really don't care for mom and dad. There's people that really love their mom and dad, but when the parent is resistant, it's for a reason. Carol and Ronnie, it could be something as simple as they're just afraid of growing older, or they're afraid of going to quote unquote a nursing home, or maybe perhaps their spouse has died, or their loved ones, or their friends. We need to be our parents' friends. So I share with people to definitely take the time out and learn and communicate and become your parents' friend. That's how the communication is going to start.
So what if they keep resisting, your not friendship, but resisting the communication?
Yeah.
That is fine. What you do, you got to either pull in a third party, find out who mom and dad likes, who their best friend is. It could be another adult sibling in the family that they prefer to talk to, or it could be, someone at the church. But when you're really concerned for your loved one, you'll have to practice patience, and on top of patience, because typically the parent is resistant once again for a reason. Also, you have to ask yourself, why do you want to be the caregiver for your parent? Because caregiving, I believe, it's an anointed field for a person to do. You have to really have the heart to do it because it's not easy. It's medical, financial, and legal things that you're going to deal with. Taking care of the parent, to me, is the easiest part.
Well, and Carolyn, I guess too, when we talk about the resistance on the part of our aging loved one, sometimes there is resistance on the part of the person that has to take care of that because I think some resentment comes in there, don't you think?
It does, and that's where we have to learn how to be honest with ourselves. I share with people, and I have this written in stone. If you do not have the heart or the wherewithal to be a caregiver, that's when you got to get other people involved to help you. And there's nothing wrong with that. So you can't be a caregiver out of guilt just because your parents raised you. If you don't have the heart, it's better to call the local or the state legislation's office on aging and ask, look, I have this issue. I don't like being around people that are sick. It really bothers me. What can I do? Or there's organizations, and I'll always say caregiver.com, which is not my organization. It belongs to Gary Burke, and it's a national organization, and they help caregivers with issues like this, and also financial, legal, you name it. They have workshops all over the country. Had I known Gary existed back when I was a caregiver, my life would have been so much easier. And they've been in business now for 20 years.
Wow. So they know what they're doing and they know how to help people.
They know how to help people. I mean, literally the step by step, they'll get you involved with folks that can help you. So once again, I'm going to repeat this because it's so important. Do not feel guilty. Ban the guilt. If you feel that you cannot be a caregiver for your loved one, get a third party involved and you'll be happy that you did.
That's very
Good
good
information.
information.
Yeah.
And Carolyn, stay with us. When we come back, we want to talk some more about, overcoming the refusal to communicate with a loved one and how we can, break through that, and some other strategies that Carolyn has for us when caring for our aging loved ones. We'll be right back.